Hi everyone, this is a collective tarot reading for the full moon in Gemini, which will be taking place on November 27th. Depending on where you live, it might be on November 26th. And it is targeted at lightworkers. So if you want more peace, love, health, and wealth in the world, you are who I am reading for. So let's get going. Oh, before I forget to mention, I always take it for granted that people know this, but I have 3 oracle cards off to the side. So during the tarot reading, you can choose which one, 2, or all 3 you resonate with, and we will do that after the tarot reading. So let's see what guidance that we have. Now, as always, or almost, I'll be doing a horseshoe spread. Let's do it. So in the past, we have the Tower. Well, if there's a place to have the Tower, there are worse places to have it, let's say. In the present, we have the 9 of Cups reversed. Very encouraging, actually. Nice. Known factors, the 3 of Pentacles. We got to work together. Us collectively are represented as the 7 of Wands. Very interesting. Longtime viewers of this channel already know what I'm about to say. So anyway, unknown factors. Let's see, we have the 3 of Wands coming back again. I'm 99% sure the 3 of Wands was in the New Moon in Scorpio reading that I did a couple weeks ago. So the advice card is the 4 of Cups reversed. Okay. And potential outcome is the 4 of Swords with the King of Swords reversed at the bottom of the deck. This is very interesting. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to, arrange the cards so that they're better framed and stare at this a bunch, and we'll see what the message is. All right. It turns out this spread is extremely fascinating to me. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to just blurt out the overall message because I'm worried that as I dig in, I'm going to get lost in a bunch of tangents and forget to say something important, okay? And just to give you an idea, I was paused for super long before finally unpausing. Not because I had trouble understanding, but because as I was trying to sum up the message in a couple quick phrases, I would get distracted by something that I saw and then just go off on some internal monologue mental tangent. I actually had to look away from the table. I'm looking away from the table right now. So the overall message, there are actually 2 different messages that obviously have very similar flavors, but it all comes down to what the Tower means for you. Hey, so it turns out I got so excited by this message that I forgot to refocus the camera after putting that card down. I think this message will be well worth your time, but I wanted to A, acknowledge that, and B, for people who don't want to watch a slightly out of focus tarot video, I get it. Here's your opportunity to take a screenshot or a picture or whatever. I really love the medicine in this. I thank you in advance for hanging in there, all right? It'll be resolved when we move to the oracle cards. Back to the message. Because, and it's funny, I got this the dual interpretation of the Tower very early on, very early into even starting to turn the cards over. And the bottom line is, you're either the lightning or you're the Tower. You're either the striker or the struck. And depending, I would wager that some of you have recently made a decision like capital D decision. And for those of you, the overall message is to pump the brakes and make sure that you really thought things through. And others might have recently had the rug pulled out from under them, their bubbles burst, the whole world turned upside down for them. And to you, the message is, it might not look that way, but you can deal with it. Whew, okay. Now I can look at these cards. So here's the thing, and that sigh, I'm surprised at how loud that sigh was. So here's the thing, okay? We have the Tower here, which is either a decision or catastrophe. Depends on how this resonates for you, leading to a delayed wish. This 9 of Cups reverse, clear, straightforward, delayed wish. And we come to the theme that comes up over and over and over again in these lightworker readings is we will get to Disneyland, even though it might not look like it. Now, the the known factors is obviously that no matter what project that we're trying to do, we have to work together. We can't do it alone. So that part, the team building, the maybe rekindling of mending of damaged bridges, or creation of new bridges and shit like that, that's kind of clear to everyone. So this isn't surprising in the known factors. Now let's get this Seven of Wands reversed out of the way, representing us collectively as a movement. Whenever the Seven of Cups reverse, well, actually that's not true, but very often when the Seven of Wands comes up reverse, I read it as defensiveness. And now we can loop back to the dual meaning of the Tower here, because sometimes when you, oh geez, I just made this connection now. There's so many things in this reading. Holy shit. Anyway, so yeah, defensiveness and the Tower. Sometimes when we get the rug pulled out from under us, obviously the rug is pulled out from under you. That's what the metaphor literally is. You're out of balance, potentially falling onto something dangerous, you know? It's destabilizing is what I'm trying to say. Versus sometimes when you're feeling defensive, you can lash out without thinking things through. My lightning people. It's the lightning people and the Tower people. Yeah, that's a nice label. I'm going to use that. So anyway, so to the lightning people, sometimes when you make a decision in reaction to okay, so rewind. Sometimes things happen, and right after those things happen, you make a decision because you realize the truth of the matter and you know what you need to do. Sleep on it. And really, well, actually, my little snarkiness was not even on brand for what this message is, so I'm just gonna cut it out. And I like being snarky and cheeky, so that's not what's happening here. But yeah, actually, I think for the lightning people, the Seven of Wands reversed is clear enough. Let's move on to the Three of Wands the Three of Wands here. I think, and it's funny too, because the Three of Wands showed up as known factors. I'm like 99% sure. It was only a couple weeks ago. And it's funny how now the Three of Wands having moved from here to here is an indication of taking our eye off the ball. That the threshold that we are at, that we've known that we are at, whatever thing that happened, something might have happened to distract us from that, to take us off mission, like I almost did when I was needlessly cheeky with the lightning people ranting about this Seven of Wands reversed here. If I'm going to be cheeky, I want it to be with the medicine of this reading, you know. So anyway, the Four of Cups reversed as an advice card, and again, like. As I established right out of the gate after unpausing, this is basically two readings. So, yeah, for the lightning people, what was it for the lightning people again? This might be, oh, yeah. The reason I got confused is because for the lightning people, the message of the Four of Cups reversed ties very intimately into the Three of Wands, which is, are you really sure this is what you should be focusing on right now? That's kind of the question that you're being invited to ponder. And for the Tower people, what I would say to you for this Four of Cups reversed is to... Oh, geez. Please don't hate me. I'm going to say it the shitty way first, and then I'm going to see if I can recover, okay? But try to see the hidden blessing in this. Try to see the medicine that is being offered to you. It's funny, too, because for the Tower people, I can kind of read the Tower card in a conventional way. because I rarely see the tower being read as the lightning striking the tower. That's why I said that. But anyway, to the tower people, there's medicine in this. Whatever rug got pulled out from under you, whatever thing that you thought you couldn't do without that suddenly got taken away from you, it's important to... Oh, here's the question I'll give you. I'll just cut right to the chase. And I've mentioned this question in the past because it's really useful. Now what? That it doesn't help you process the pain, but it does help as a tool to think in terms of what you can do instead of in terms of what has happened to you. The now what question can be really useful for that. So I think that yeah, that sums up the message of the Four of Cups reverse so well that I'm just going to move on. And of course, we have the rest and recuperation of the Four of Swords here. I think it goes without saying that, you know, after coming through a tower moment, because, you know, my lightning people, you're the tower too, you know, and after catastrophe causing a delay in our wish, and now all of a sudden we don't know what to do. It's time to, you know, recover from the thing that you need to recover from. And it doesn't make you any lesser of a person to have to do that, you know. And that goes to the lightning people too. Yeah, and honestly, the King of Swords reverse has just been nodding silently this entire time. This is... Okay, actually, for some of you, it might be an actual man, cold, knowledgeable, stern, maybe, that kind of vibe. I don't want to focus too much on that because I don't think it applies to most of you. For most of you, I'm interpreting it as a vibe of integrating the knowledge to become the master that you are capable of being, basically. And it's funny too to see it right above the Seven of Wands reverse, you know, because the Seven of Wands is a card of, you know, suddenly having to defend your position, you know, and there's a lot of capability in that, which obviously when it's reversed is not being tapped into as much, which is one of the reasons why I very often tend to read it as defensiveness, because when you have the high ground and you're not tapping into it, it's because you're not on your A game. That's the logic. Anyway, yeah. Oh, and before how long have I been recording? I can't really read the time. My eyes aren't that good. Anyway, I'm surprised at how I didn't mention the thing that distracted me so much until the very end. So I'll just mention this now. It's funny too, because the overall vibe of this reading is one of slowing down while also acknowledging progress. And what's making me say this specifically, and I said wow out loud when I realized the second part of this, is that we have double threes going into double fours. And not only that, and this is the part that made me say wow, all four elements are represented among them. Earth, fire, water, air. And yeah, there's something really cool. And I don't know why pondering this gives me this feeling of serenity, but there's obviously a balance. You know, it's like moments of, it's between workouts that your muscles get stronger. Ooh, that was a mic drop. So I'm just going to end the reading there. If you liked this, please give this video a thumbs up. And for those of you who chose the Moonology card, oh, before I turn this over, longtime viewers, if this is the full moon in Gemini, it doesn't count towards the thing I try to do in my weekly videos. So it is full moon in Aquarius. Show the world the real you. Let me reflect on this for a moment. I just realized why I got thrown off, because I literally have to read everything twice. So yeah, anyway, this is pretty straightforward. So for the Tower people, The message behind this, show the world the real you, is to take this catastrophe or calamity or whatever the tower represents for you as an opportunity to show the world, including yourself, what you're really made of. You're more awesome than you think. Yeah. For the Prism Oracle, your card is Growth. Okay, let me just stare at this. This one is actually pretty similar for everyone. So it's really an invitation to grow into the best version of yourself is the best way to sum it up. Something that came to mind also, and I might as well mention it since I thought of it. Actually, I'll at least put this card in frame for you while I'm talking to you. Yeah, something that came to mind while I was pausing was when in doubt, learn new skills. That's just, it is a platitude, but I just wanted to throw it out there. And the other thing, which is a bit, Scott Adams, which is a guy I watch a lot, something that I heard from him is to always make sure that you always have one or two projects that you're working on that could potentially save the world or change the world. It might not be likely, but yeah, potentially. And this video that I'm recording right now is part of such a project for me, by the way. So yeah, that's something I wanted to mention. So for the Tao Oracle, your card is Revolution. This is I Ching hexagram number 49. I'm going to read the keywords once and then pause to look at this, all right? The keywords are transformation, a radical change, give up the old to make way for the new, a quantum leap. Honestly, coming off the back of these two cards, I think it's pretty easy to integrate both of them. It's a question of there's opportunity in the chaos. That, I think, is the best way to sum up this vibe. And if you make sure that you show up as the right, with the right attitude at the right time, basically, and to act consistently and all that shit, then you can kind of create little opportunities for of kismet for yourself. And yeah, that doesn't happen right away. You know, it's not the first time that you do this that it'll happen, you know. This video isn't going to change the world, for those of you who might have watched this reading. But, you know, I showed up to bat and I took a swing. So yeah, I think I'm going to end this reading there. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give this video a like. I hope you have a great full moon in Gemini and a great next couple weeks. I will see you soon.